Hi, I'm Ian Duncan-Millar. I'm farming low-ground sheep on the edge of Highland Perthshire, cross ewes to terminal sire, and about 500 ewes and about 120 hogs all going to the ram. The option which I looked at and it took my attention from the sheep net was to try and bring lambing closer together using the ram effect that the Irish had drawn attention to. So I did that using vasectomized ram rather than aproned rams, and it was quite an interesting experience, and it seemed to work reasonably well, except that there were one or two drawbacks to it as well, which I'll come on to. So I did put the vasectomized rams out before I put the main ones out, and then I took them in, and as suggested in the program, I put out my own rams. I'm running about one ram to round about 100 ewes across all the sheep that I have, and there was a slight problem with that, because what happened, I think, was the ewes came into estrus together, but the rams weren't able, because there was too many ewes per ram. So quite a lot of rams actually come into the second cycle, and the effect of that has been that my lambing has been very drawn out. I have worked for a number of years now with a target of a ram cost per lamb of about £2. And if I were to try and overcome the problem with not enough rams with synchronized ewes, I would need more rams, and that's putting the cost up. And I just wonder whether that would be worth the effort. So this was a problem for me. These ewes are all lambing outside. I look after them myself, the 500 ewes, and about 80 of the 120 ewe lambs took to the ram in the first cycle, and that's all they get. So it worked well. I've got to be here, I'm not saving any labour, and it has all worked out reasonably well, and the lambing's been spread out. It's been reasonably straightforward in terms of the labour required, but to overcome the spread out effect of putting in the vasectomized ram, I would need more rams, and I think that would prove to increase my cost.